Good boy. Nice, hey? Boy. Good boy. Right, so today we're going to show you another show jumping exercise. This is an exercise I actually have done in lessons with Nick Gauntlet, so Nick Gauntlet can take the credit for this one. I just thought I'd show you because it's actually a really good exercise. Now, I have had to slightly adjust it because I've only got a 20x40 school, so if you've got a bigger school and a wider school, there is more you can do with it. So what we'll do is we'll try and put a few videos of when I did it in my lessons with Nick so you can see the other things you can do with it. But I think it's still, this is actually the first time I've ridden through it in my 20x40, so let's see, and I'll tell you whether I think it's worth it after. But looking at it, I think it still will be worth it. So as you can see, we've basically got 4 jumps in kind of the centre of the school, 2 spreads and 2 uprights. It's basically about working on keeping your rhythm over the jumps and in between, and turning, like not taking massive lines everywhere, so you still got to keep your rhythm, keep their shoulders even when you're turning quite tight. So even though I can't do some of the turns I do in a bigger school, it will still be difficult in here because I'm in a 20x40. I did it recently on Maximus and it was really good on Maximus, but also for Zeb, I won't jump very high today because he hasn't jumped since Ireland, so I'm just going to have a little play. But it's just really good to keep them moving through the turns and not lose your rhythm, and them not lose their shoulder and keep straight and square. I've had a walk, trot and a canter on each rein. With him I've done some flying changes. I'm going to run through the exercise on Maximus as well, so obviously I wouldn't do them on him because he can't do them. I've done a few walk to canters, which I try and do all of them just to get them off your leg, even if they're not very good. So I'll show you on Maximus. Obviously Zeb can do it very well, but on Maximus he's still a bit green, but I just find it gets them thinking forward, gets their hind legs engaged and gets them off your leg. Right, so I'm now going to just start by warming up. I've got all the jumps. Obviously it depends what height and level your horse is at as to what height you have them at, but for Zeb I've just got 2 small uprights and then 2 small spreads, so I can start just having a warm up before I put them up. very excited. As you probably saw from the video, the jumping was all over the place because he hasn't jumped for, well, since Ireland, so quite a few weeks now, probably a couple of months. We're okay. So he was very excited, which he always does that when I haven't jumped him for a little while. So I kind of then just didn't do the kind of tighter turns and just try to relax it back down and get him into a bit more of a rhythm. That's what I find we lose when he hasn't jumped for a while, is we just can't maintain the rhythm, and it just takes us a few times of jumping to get back into it. Just kept it quite small for him and then just went back and sort of, you know, jumped them just across each diagonal rather than turning quite tight because he got rather excited. So now we've got something a lot greener. Hopefully he actually won't be as excited because he has been jumping. So Maximus is jumping up to 1 metre. So I've done this exercise with Nick on him, but it'll be interesting to see how he is here. I haven't actually really jumped him at home for weeks and weeks and weeks, but he's jumped out of competition. Again, I mean, when I did the tighter turns on Zeb, it is very tight in here, so we'll play it by ear, see how he's feeling. But even without doing the tighter turns, I still think it's quite a good exercise just because you have different jumps across the diagonal with slightly different lines, mixture of uprights and spreads. So I think it's still quite a good exercise and was quite easy to set up and is not taking up too much room. So I'm going to get on and warm up Maximus now. Right, it's now Friday, so it's the day after we did the show jumping exercise, but we were very wet and then had to do some clipping after. So I explained how it went on Zeb, and then I jumped it on Maximus. And I thought I'd just explain how it went with Maximus. So actually on both horses it didn't go to plan. They were just both a lot more excited than I anticipated, and because my arena is quite tight, I just couldn't do some of the turns I wanted to do, which was a shame. But it was still, actually, it was a really good exercise that's just kind of in the middle, out of the way. You've got two oxes, two upright, doesn't take up too much room. So although I couldn't do loads of the tighter turns, it was still really beneficial. Maximus did calm down. He just does get a little bit excited, and as you turn to the jump, just speeds up. He started to settle, and I finished over 2 quite big oxes, and he was jumping then really well. So it's definitely an exercise I think I'm going to keep doing, actually, and then hopefully when, I think it's quite windy at the minute as well, so that was just making them both very excited. When it's they've calmed down a bit, then I can go back and do some of the tighter turns, and then maybe we'll video it again. We'll try and put a couple of videos in of them doing it with Nick, so you can also see what you can do, especially if you have a bigger arena. I hope you enjoyed it and you thought it was useful. You can comment, message if you have any questions about it, and if you did like it, please share, like, subscribe.